Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight prices are a little bit higher. We've got the dollar sharply lower and crude up, and so that might be helping the grains in the green as far as higher prices. We also had the weekly USDA crop reports, and they were a little bit of a surprise. They kept corn ratings unchanged. They dropped the bean ratings 1%, maybe because of cool, wet conditions in some areas and some drying out in parts of like Nebraska and the Dakotas. And also, they dropped the spring wheat ratings again to a record low percentage good to excellent. As far as what the market's going to be looking at, we've got probably three things. First of all is weather. Over the next, let's say, 4 to 5 days, parts of the Midwest, including Iowa, northern Illinois, and Wisconsin, is going to see some really good rains. Could be 1 to 3 inch rains in those areas and some rains outside the areas. The northern plains will probably miss these rains, and so will the southern plains. As far as the extended outlook, the 11 to 16 days still shows some ridging and some warmer and drier conditions after the 4th of July weekend. So next week we have some strange hours. We close at noon on Monday. We're closed on Tuesday and reopen on Wednesday morning. So Wednesday morning will be like the day after the 4th of July weekend when everybody comes in and decides if corn and beans need to go $1 higher or $1 lower, depending upon the weather outlook. We also have first notice day on Friday for the July contracts. We've seen open interest decline going into that time frame. Yesterday, another 14,000 corn and 15,000 Chicago wheat was reduced. The beans are kind of still hanging in there as far as the open interest is concerned. And finally is the USDA report on Friday. Again, we've been talking about it for weeks, and USDA should show stocks higher than a year ago, and the key is whether they do with the acres. Some people feel the acres will be the unchanged. Some people think that we'll see less corn in the spring wheat acres, more beans. Other people think that we might see just more acres in general. So we'll just see if the market wants to trade that report Friday morning, or if they want to wait till next week to trade the weather, which is probably a more important feature. So the dollar's lower, most commodities are higher, grains are higher. USDA did not really improve crop conditions, and the weather looks good for the next 4 to 5 days, but could warm up and dry out after that. So stay tuned. It could be an interesting market. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.